This is a follow-up video of Kozo pages. This is a demonstration of exploring climate temperature data using Kozo pages. What we can see inside this page is quite a sophisticated set of inline code fence scripts which are running. Effectively, we have two select boxes at the top. So the first is enabling a selection for country, and then the second takes the output of that to present a list of cities, and then we're feeding the result into a number of queries, pivoting the data slightly, and then outputting that into a graph. What I've tried to do, I've been looking at this data now for a little while. It's kind of interesting exploring it inside Kozo, because Kozo allows me to play about with the data and formatting, etc., sort of in a free flow way. And one of the challenges I think initially was, what am I going to do with so many data points, and how can I look at it in a way which sort of gives me some kind of idea of what's going on in the climate. So I decided to run queries where we have an aggregation of data points in a century for a particular month, and then we stack 3 centuries worth of data together and see if there's a gap between them. So interestingly, there's obviously a gap appearing in quite a lot of these. So the legend here is we've got green, cyan and red, so that's 19th, 20th and 21st century. So you can see here there's quite a distinct gap here in London. So I can explore various parts of the world. Takes a couple of seconds for that query to run. Obviously it's got a lot of numbers to crunch, but it happens fairly quickly, which is obviously testament to iOS itself. And I can just keep looking city after city in this data set, and kind of worryingly the trend is quite typical, that it's always an increase each and every time, and depending where you're looking, it can get that gap can get quite large. You don't always get to see the pattern exactly that way, but most instances it's quite obvious that there's quite a large step change going on all around the world. So it's been interesting to look at the data this way. Normally I'd consume data and charts which have been published, obviously by scientists and governments, and we all know the impact that these things have. But there's been something quite interesting about doing this myself. I guess the act of actually interacting and engaging with the data and looking for those signs has been quite impactful. Anyway, this has been a secondary video. I hope this has been of interest, and I'll sign off.